The two methods in dividing polynomial functions. We have long and synthetic divisions. Let's first recall that in multiplying polynomial functions, we just add the exponents. Again, in multiplying two polynomial functions with the same base, we just add the exponent. On the other hand, when dividing two polynomial functions, say for example we have x raised to a over x raised to b, that is equal to x raised to a minus b. Now, if in multiplication we add the exponents, in division we subtract the exponents. Let's first discuss about long division. Here are the steps in dividing polynomial functions using the long division. Step 1 is to arrange both polynomials according to the exponents, or both polynomials are arranged having the higher order terms first. Meaning, we have to arrange the terms according to the value of the exponent, from highest to lowest. Step 2 is to divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor, then put the answer at the top of like terms. Again, we just divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. Step 3 is to multiply the answer to the divisor and put below the dividend. And then step 4 is to subtract, then repeat using the new polynomial. Now let's have example number 1. Divide 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 by x plus 2 using the long division method. Again, our first step is to arrange the terms according to its exponent. But as you can see, the terms are already arranged according to their exponent. So we proceed to step 2. We divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor, which is 3x squared divided by x, that is 3x. And then multiply 3x to x plus 2. 3x times x is 3x squared, and 3x times 2 is 6x. Next step is we subtract. 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0. Negative 4x minus 6x is negative 10x. And then bring down 5. Now we have a new polynomial, negative 10x plus 5. Repeat the step. Negative 10x divided by x is negative 10. And then again multiply. Negative 10 times x plus 2 is negative 10x minus 20. Again, subtract. Negative 10x minus negative 10x is 0. 5 minus negative 20 is 25. Now, as you can see, 25 cannot be divided by x plus 2. So, 25 is our remainder. So, the final answer is 3x minus 10 with a remainder of 25. Now, how can we check if we got the correct answer? Again, the inverse of division is multiplication. So we multiply our quotient to the divisor. We have 3x minus 10 times x plus 2. Again, not including the remainder. So as you can see, we both have binomials, so we apply the FOIL method. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. Negative 10 times x is negative 10x. Negative 10 times 2 is negative 20. Again, combine like terms, we have 3x squared minus 4x minus 20. And then add the remainder, which is 25. So we have 3x squared minus 4x minus 20 plus 25. Negative 20 plus 25 is positive 5. So we have 3x squared minus 4x plus 5, which is equal to the dividend. So our answer is correct. Now let's have example number 2. Divide 3x raised to 5 minus 8x raised to 4 minus x cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x plus 3 by x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now, as you can see, we have a divisor that is trinomial, but we still apply the same steps. Again, divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. That is 3x raised to 5 divided by x squared. So that is equal to 3x cubed. Again, put your answer at the top of its like term. And the next step is to multiply. We have 3x cubed times x squared minus 2x minus 3. That is 3x raised to 5 minus 6x raised to 4 minus 9x cubed. And then we subtract. 3x raised to 5 minus 3x raised to 5 is 0. Negative 8x raised to 4 minus negative 6x raised to 4, that is negative 2x raised to 4. Negative x cubed minus negative 9x cubed, that is positive 8x cubed, and then bring down negative 3x squared. Now again, we have a new polynomial. Negative 2x raised to 4 divided by x squared, that is negative 2x squared. Again, multiply negative 2x squared times x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to negative 2x raised to 4 plus 4x cubed plus 6x squared. Again, subtract. We have negative 2x raised to 4 minus negative 2x raised to 4 is 0. 8x cubed minus 4x cubed is 4x cubed. Negative 3x squared minus 6x squared is negative 9x squared. And then bring down negative 10x. Again, we have a new polynomial. 4x cubed minus 9x squared minus 10x. Repeat the steps. 4x cubed divided by x squared is 4x. Again, multiply. 4x times x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 4x cubed minus 8x squared minus 12x. Again, subtract. 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. Negative 9x squared minus negative 8x squared is negative x squared. Negative 10x minus negative 12x is positive 2x. And then bring down 3. Again, we have a new polynomial, negative x squared plus 2x plus 3. Repeat the steps. Negative x squared divided by x squared is negative 1. Again, multiply negative 1 times x squared minus 2x minus 3, that is equal to negative x squared plus 2x plus 3. So negative x squared plus 2x plus 3 minus negative x squared plus 2x plus 3, that is equal to 0. So we don't have a remainder. Our quotient is 3x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. Now let's move on to another method in dividing polynomial function. Let's move on to synthetic division. Now let's have example number 1 in dividing polynomial functions using synthetic division. Divide 2x cubed plus 4x minus 10 by x minus 1. Now in synthetic division, we don't need to use the variables. Our first step is to write down the coefficients of the dividend, arranging it in descending powers of x in one row. So we'll start with 2x cubed, that will become 2. And then as you can see, we don't have x squared. So we have to put 0x squared, that will become 0. 4x will just become 4. And negative 10 is as is negative 10. Next, for step 2, we're going to identify the value of c from the divisor x minus c. Write its value on the leftmost portion of the row. Since we're done with the dividend, what we're going to do with the divisor is to get the value of c. Since we have x minus 1 and we have the general form x minus c, the value of our divisor here is positive 1. So we write it on the leftmost portion of the row. Next step, Step 3 is to bring down the first coefficient on the third row. Since our first coefficient is 2, bring down 2. Our next step is to multiply the first coefficient, which is 2, to the value of c, which is 1. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Write the product under the second coefficient, which is 0. Our next step is to add the product and the second coefficient. That is 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. And then write the sum on the third row. So the next step is to repeat the process of multiplication and addition until the last space on the third row is filled up. So we have 2 times 1 is equal to 2, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6, 6 times 1 is equal to 6, negative 10 plus 6 is equal to negative 4. So how are we going to write our quotient? Take note that the degree of the quotient is always the difference between the degrees of the dividend and the divisor. Now, our answers are 2, 2, 6, and negative 4. How are we going to write our quotient? Again, according to our note, the degree of the quotient is always the difference of the degree of the dividend and the degree of the divisor. Our dividend is 2x cubed plus 4x minus 10. Its degree is 3. Our divisor is x minus 1. Its degree is 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. It means that we're going to start with x squared. So we have 2x squared plus 2x plus 6 with a remainder of negative 4. Now let's have another example in synthetic division. Divide 4x raised to 4 minus 2x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 18 by 2x plus 3. As you can see, the first term of our divisor has a numerical coefficient more than 1. So how are we going to get the value of c? We are now going to identify the value of c from the divisor ax minus c. Again, a is the numerical coefficient of the first term of the divisor. It is like we're solving for the value of x. Since we have 2x plus 3 as our divisor, the value of c is equal to negative 3 over 2. Again, we're just like solving for the value of x. Transpose positive 3 and then divide both sides by positive 2. So the value of c is negative 3 over 2. Again, our next step is to get the coefficients of the dividend, which are 4, negative 2, negative 2, positive 3, and negative 18. Then, write the value of c at the leftmost part of our row, which is negative 3 over 2. Next step is to bring down the first coefficient, which is 4. Then, multiply. 4 times negative 3 over 2, that is negative 6. Negative 2 plus negative 6 is equal to negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 3 over 2 is positive 12. Negative 2 plus 12 is positive 10. 10 times negative 3 over 2 is negative 15. 3 plus negative 15 is equal to negative 12. Negative 12 times negative 3 over 2 is positive 18. Negative 18 plus 18 is 0. Again, how are we going to write this with variables? The degree of the quotient is always the difference of the degree of the dividend and the degree of the divisor. The degree of our dividend is 4 and the degree of our divisor is 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So we start with x cubed. Now we have 4x cubed minus 8x squared plus 10x minus 12. But again, our divisor has a leading coefficient more than 1, which is 2. So we divide this by 2. Divide the numbers obtained in the last row, except the remainder, by the leading coefficient of the divisor. So our final answer is 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x minus 6. Since the last part is negative 18 plus 18 is equal to 0, we don't have a remainder. Now let's have example number 3. Divide 5x raised to 5 minus 6x raised to 4 plus 10x cubed plus 4x squared plus 13x minus 6 by x squared minus 2x plus 3. Again, our first step is to get the coefficients of our dividend, which are 5, negative 6, positive 10, positive 4, positive 13, and negative 6. Now, how are you going to write the value of c? Since we have a trinomial divisor, we will have two values of c, which are negative 3 and positive 2. Negative 3 came from positive 3, and positive 2 came from negative 2x. Now, our first step, again, is to bring down the first coefficient, which is 5. Now, we have to follow the arrangement of our values of c. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Again, follow the arrangement. Imagine there are lines that you are going to follow in multiplying. Now we can add negative 6 plus 10. That is positive 4. Positive 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Now we can add 10, negative 15, and positive 8. That is equal to 3. Again, repeat the process. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Again, let's add 4, negative 12, and positive 6. That is equal to negative 2. Again, follow the lines. We have negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Now we can add 13 plus negative 9 plus negative 4, that is equal to 0. Negative 6 plus 6 is also equal to 0. Now the degree of our dividend is 5 and the degree of our divisor is 2. Again, subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3, so we'll start with x cubed. Our final answer is 5x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x minus 2 with a remainder of 0.